Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Josh right here, back again with another video on MLB The Show 24. We got some more Road to the Show coming your way with Joey Gibbs, and it is Game 6 of the NLCS here at Wrigley Field. Yes, somehow, some way, the Rockies, they won Game 4, the Cubs won Game 5, so that's why we're back at Wrigley Field for Game 6, and we might have a Game 7 tomorrow, who knows. But what I do know is the Rockies are one game away from going to the World Series. And man, oh man, one thing I want to talk about, look at the lackluster of offense the Rockies have put up throughout this postseason. I don't think they've scored more than 5 runs a game. So should be, this offense is not exactly the greatest. But hey, we got the off season to work on that. But for right now, we are one game away from going to the World Series. I am super excited. I know some of you guys are excited, probably rooting for the Rockies on this underdog postseason run that we got going on. So you can see Jordan Wicks ERA over 7. And then Joey Gibbs, I don't know if they're going to show his stats or not, but he's got a 0.26 ERA in this postseason. Yes, 0.26 ERA. That is insane. And then again, he did just throw a perfect game in Game 3 of the NLCS. So, as you can see, the Rockies already jumped up to a 2-0 lead. So we are 100% taking advantage of Jordan Wicks struggling this year for the Cubs throughout this postseason. And we're taking advantage that Joey Gibbs is doing absolutely fantastic in this postseason. I mean, he has not been, I think he's only given up like 3-4 hits in this entire postseason alone. Yeah, he has been filthy this postseason. 0-2 count to Ian Happ. He's really going to come in handy if the Rockies go to the World Series. There's a curveball fouled off, and the count's 0-2. Well, the count was 0-2, but then he fouled it off. Curveball misses 1-2. Struck him out.
Batting third, the right fielder, Suzuki.
All right, 0-2 count to Seiya Suzuki. Fouls this one off. And another one fouled off. Curveball is kind of in the low 80s. Slider hit into left field. Right in the Steve Bartman area, in the Steve Bartman seat. Ball 1. Should probably stop throwing the curveballs so much, because he either fouls them off or he takes them for like ball 1, for example. So we're going to go with the slider, and that did not work. All right, so Jefferson Cuero, my catcher, he's saying that we should throw him a curve again. And we get him this time. There we go. A beautiful first inning for Joey Gibbs. And we go to the second. 2-0 Rockies. All right, so as you can see, Patrick Wisdom, who I believe is going to be a free agent heading into the off season. For those of you who don't know, I host a radio show. I'm a DJ for a radio station. And yesterday, I was talking about the Cubs and Cardinals off season plans. And because even though I'm a Cardinals fan, you know, there are a lot of Cubs fans in the area also. So, you know, if I was going to talk about the Cardinals, I might as well talk about the Cubs also. Here's Cody Bellinger. He might opt out after this year. Who knows what, he's going to do. Fastball struck him out looking. That is strikeout number 5 for Joey Gibbs. And, oh, it's Halloween, isn't it? Yes, it is Halloween, October 31st. Happy Halloween, everybody. This video might be pre-recorded, like all the other Joey Gibbs videos that I've been posting. Curveball 0-2. But I'll make sure to try and get this video up as soon as possible. That way you guys have something to watch. And Swanson strikes out looking. 3 up, 3 down once again for the Cubs. They just can't hit Joey Gibbs. Bottom of the third coming up. 2-0 Rockies. 2-0 Rockies heading into the bottom of the third inning. I'm curious to know where those RBIs came from. It was a solo homer from Miles, and then Montero had an RBI double, I'm assuming. So that's cool. Miles over. Oh, look at Miles over there at shortstop, hitting big, getting big hits. That is what I love to see, big guy. All right, 0-2. Morel strikes out, and that is strikeout number 7. Which means Joey Gibbs has struck out every batter that he has faced so far. Here's Joey Gallo. And at least he made contact with it. I'll give him that. Signed a 2-year deal with the Cubs. Fastball 0-2. How about that? 2 years of Joey Gallo wearing Cubs pinstripes. Curveball fouled off again, 0-2. Struck him out. 8 strikeouts for Joey Gibbs. This man is unstoppable. Here's Pablo Aliendo. I think I was butchering his name in Game 3. Of this series. Here comes the 0-2. Fastball got him looking. End of 3, 9 strikeouts for Gibbs. We go to the 4th. 2-0 Rockies. In the top of the order, due up for the Cubs. Here in the 4th inning, Nico Horner. Nico Horner, Ian Happ, and Seiya Suzuki, if I'm correct. Nico Horner, he's been with the Cubs now for 7 years. Wow. Wow, he's been with the Cubs now for a while. I remember when he first got called up, and when was it? 2018, I think is when he got called up. Always been a big fan of Nico Horner, even though I don't like the Cubs. I've always liked Nico Horner. Just because I don't like a certain team, it doesn't exactly mean I don't. To me, just because I don't like a certain team doesn't exactly mean that I need to hate all their players. Like I can still like a few players, but yet not be a fan of the team they play on. Like, for example, Nico Horner. I like Nico Horner. I'm not a fan of the team he plays for obvious reasons, but I like Nico Horner. I think he's a good player. Sometimes I watch players. When I watch baseball, I don't really root for teams. When the Cardinals aren't on, like I don't really root for a specific team. I just root for individual players, if that makes sense. And that's kind of the same for football and basketball and hockey too, like other sports. If my team's not playing, I don't really root for a specific team. I just root for the players. I root for players to do well. And Seiya Suzuki, I don't know if anybody's going to be rooting for him to do well, because Joey Gibbs just caught him looking on strikes again. We go to the 5th inning,
Designated hitter, Patrick.
and it's Patrick Wisdom. Patrick Wisdom is 2 for 5 in this game. How about 0-2? And he's got the first Cubs hit of Game 6 of the NLCS.
The center fielder, number 24, Cody Bellinger.
So, perfect game, no hitter, all that's down the drain. But what's important now is we would try and win this game. Like, we gotta win this game. If we don't win this game, we don't go to the World Series. Just saying. We don't win, we don't go to the World Series. It means we gotta go to Game 7. Yo 2. Struck him out.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
So that'll bring in Dansby Swanson. Struck out his first time up. Shoots one to left center field. And this one is caught. I was going to say for a second, this game might be tied. I don't know, he hit it pretty good. Perfect timing, too. Oh, boy. So that could have been trouble if it wasn't for my center fielder out there making that catch. Morel swinging a miss, 0-2. Cutter got him looking. Into 5. Cubs leave a runner on. Craig Counsell is just thinking to himself in the dugout, man, I should have stayed with the Brewers. I didn't sign up for this crap. I mean, he kind of did. But, anyway. Moving to Joey Gallo. Struck him out on the changeup. Joey Gibbs already with 14 strikeouts in this game. And also congratulations to all my Dodger fans out there. You guys won the World Series against the Yankees. That is freaking amazing. That you guys finally won a World Series in a full season, 162 game season. So the question is, since now that the Dodgers won this year, are the 2020 World Series ring jokes, like, is that still going to be a thing, or I don't know. But the Dodgers this year, they had a really good team. They played some really tough opponents. Like they played the Padres, which that was a really good division series. And they took on the Mets, which they also kind of had a good chance to take down the Dodgers, and the Dodgers win. Then they play the Yankees, and outside of Game 4, they absolutely steamrolled them. So Yankee fans, how are we feeling? Obviously, there's always next year. I understand it. Once you get to the World Series, you don't want to lose it. The whole point of, going to the World Series is you want to win the World Series. Anytime you go to a championship, your goal is that you want to win. You don't play just to make it to a championship. You play to freaking win it. Like, for example, take a look at the Rockies, for example, in this Road to the Show series I'm doing. We're in the NLCS. We don't play just to make it to the NLCS. We're playing to win the National League pennant, and then we're going to also play to go to the World Series. Ian Happ strikes out, 16 Ks on the day for Gibbs. Yurei Suzuki 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks. My biggest concern, though, if we do make the World Series, is our offense is just we don't really score a lot of runs. Suzuki hits one to right center field, back at the wall, and we have played 7 scoreless innings for Joey Gibbs. Oh, that's out number 2. I'm sorry. Sorry, I thought that was. Anyway, so 2 outs now. Patrick Wisdom. Well, if we do get Wisdom out, then it will be 7 scoreless innings. We're only allowing 1 hit. Not too sure if Bud Black's going to keep Joey in for the 8th and 9th. Or if he feels comfortable going to his bullpen. I don't know. But what I do know is we do have 7 scoreless innings. Patrick Wisdom is gone. And we're going to the 8th inning. Cody Bellinger leads off the inning for Chicago. There's a curveball. It's 0-1. Seems like the lefties be pretty good against Joey Gibbs, from what it's looking like. Counts 1-2. Yeah, I'm not too sure if Bud Black's going to go to his bullpen. That's a strike, good sir. Or if he's going to feel comfortable letting Joey pitch the rest of the game. Here's a 2-2. Curveball, got him looking. Man, I love the way that curved. Dude, that was awesome. That was a really sweet curve. I didn't think it was going to make the strike zone, but kind of mislocated it also. Because like when I threw it, I meant to throw it like right here, but then it landed like right there. That's cool. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Dansby Swanson has hit number 2 of the night for the Cubs. Keep Joey in, that's all I gotta say. That's low ball 1 to Christopher Morel. We can try and get him to hit into a double play. And, you know, then we're out of the inning. Fouls off the slider. Joey's starting to get pretty tired. So there's, at this point, I don't think there's a 0 chance that he pitches the 9th inning. We get Morel to strike out on a curveball. That's good. 18 strikeouts. So I'll bring in Joey Gallo. Curveball, strike 1. Joey's probably going to have a fight with Bud Black. It's like, no, keep him in for the 9th inning. It's like, no, we cannot do that. You are way too tired. Come on. 0-2. Twenty strikeouts through 8 innings for Joey Gibbs. And just like that, we're going to the 9th. Clay Holmes comes in to get the save. And just like that, the Colorado Rockies have won the pennant. What a season this has been for the Rockies. 81 wins in the regular season. They come into this postseason red hot. Took down the Braves. We took down the Dodgers. We beat the Cubs. And now, for the first time since 2007, the first time in 18 years, the Colorado Rockies are going to the World Series. Amazing pitching performances by Joey Gibbs is what led the Rockies to the postseason and what's carrying them to the World Series. And that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. The Rockies win the National League pennant.